Okay, Richard, here we go. We're going to start this video. Here's one of the gussets, one of the old gussets. And as I measure this width right here, as you can see, there's that width. That is 14/6. That's between 14 and 15/16. Okay, so there's the gusset itself. Here's another one. And okay, so really quickly again. This width right here is between 14 and 15/16 according to my calipers. And the width is, okay, so this distance right here for this gusset is 2.5 inches. And that width right there was between 14 and 15/16 of an inch. So those are the gussets right there. These are a couple of gussets that were our leftovers, clearly. And so, and I do believe this looks like Douglas fir to me. I do believe these were Douglas fir, right? Okay, we're gonna walk into the boat now and we'll check out the boat. Let's do a quick survey. Before we go into the boat, I'm gonna show you the keel real quick. So here is the keel. All right, so here we're looking at the port side of the keel, or excuse me, this is starboard side. Okay, so let's take a look. Here we go. We're looking at the keel, and so you can see that we've lost, there's nothing left of the shoe. The shoe is gone, and we probably lost, believe it or not, I forgot my tape measure, so I don't have my tape measure. But you're looking right here at the keel. Clearly, we've lost several inches of the keel. There's the worst section of it right there. I'll measure this in a second and tell you how much of the keel is actually missing. Now, this is the starboard side of the boat. The starboard side of the boat doesn't look quite as bad as the port side of the boat. That's the starboard side. The starboard side, here's a little bit of wetness, probably a little bit of water leaking out of there. I will drill a couple of holes into this thing and see how dry it is in there. So here's what the keel looks like. No cracks really in the fiberglass where you glassed the keel in. All right. Here's where I'd seen some warping of the main hull. But now, like I said, when we measure with that batten, there isn't much warping since it's been sitting here on the trailer. Here on the port side of the keel is where it was rubbing against the rocks. It looks worse on the port side. And this is what the keel looks like on the port side. The shoe, of course, is completely gone. There is no shoe left. And there is a keel bolt right there, as you can see. There's a bolt, one of the keel bolts. And so, yeah, the keel is, definitely not looking so hot. Of course, here's probably there is the biggest part of the damage to the keel is right here. There's another bolt. And there is some more damage there. So, I mean, anyway, there you have that. That's what it looks like from underneath. Let's give you a good shot at the wood underneath. The wood, once you break away, we'll have to drill some holes, and I will drill holes. Okay, so we're looking forward all the way to the front ama, or the front of the ama. port side. And there's some butt blocks right there. And I don't see any, to me, I don't see any damage up here where the cross arm is. Here's where the cross arm is. All right. And this cross arm to me, there's the bolts for the cross. Everything to me looks solid up top. Of course, this is where the gas tank used to be, the fuel tank was. I just took it out. This stringer is in good shape all the way. That stringer is in, both the stringers on both sides appear to be in just fine shape all the way aft, both these stringers. Here's the butt block. Okay, here's some more video, and now you can see that there's a bit of delam right here between the plywood and the gusset. And of course I'm leaning on it right now as well, and I'm leaning on it a little bit. And this looks going back. Here we are going back. There's the other cross arm right there. And to me, the cross arms look pretty good. What do we got over here? We got something over here. Let's see what we got. There looks like a little bit of flexing there, but nothing broken. Definitely some flexing. Yeah, looks like there was a little bit of flex here. This was where there was a bit of beating on the rocks right over here. Cross arm, though, really still looks pretty solid to me. Everything looks solid. All right, so now we're looking at the transom, the very back of the AMA. All right. Okay, so here we go. And then there is a split right here. Right up to there. Now she's in focus. All right. And here's the biggest part. But again, these two stringers are all pretty solid. There's those two stringers, the two lower stringers, are complete all the way front and aft.